welcome back. Well, earlier I did a video about famines and shortage of food supply. Just wanted to add to that with some biblical verses. Check this out, listen up.
Caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, 135 million people in 55 countries experienced acute food insecurity in 2019. 135 million people, and that was last year, before COVID-19. Let's put that into perspective. 135 million people, that's almost half of the entire population of the world when Jesus was alive. There will be famines. Pestilence. The word pestilence means a plague, literally the disease. Can you think of anything that matches the description of the disease? Not only that, but people are the sickest they've ever been, historically speaking. We have modern medicine and drugs that don't heal people. Rather, they keep people sick and just manage their symptoms. That's why it's not called the healthcare industry. It's called the sick care industry. According to the World Health Organization, 29 million people die each year from preventable diseases that could be cured with proper diet and exercise. Pestilence. Earthquakes in diverse places.
Despite what you may have heard in the past, this is the compiled data from the USGS from over the last 100 years. Keep in mind that we're not talking about the millions of microtremors that can now be detected from the distribution of more numerous and sensitive sensors, but strictly data from the larger earthquakes that can be felt by people beginning at 6.3 and up on the Richter scale that could be easily detected by early 19th century sensors from virtually anywhere in the world. This data shows what the USGS and other organizations do not want you to see.
It shows that the earthquakes are increasing in intensity and they are increasing in frequency. This is exactly the description that was prophesied.
Now, these aren't the only things that Jesus told us would happen before the day of the Lord occurs. He also said, Matthew 24:9, "Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." We see this exact scenario playing out right now all over the world. Places like China and North Korea have underground churches where their members risk death if caught. We see groups like ISIS lining Christians up and decapitating them on camera, and then uploading the footage online for the whole world to see. Not only that, he said, "Ye shall be hated for my name's sake," and that's exactly what's happening in society as a whole. People are embracing this newfound hatred for Christians and for Jesus Christ. Christians are now being looked down upon and treated like some kind of disease that needs to be cleansed from the earth. "Ye shall be hated for my name's sake." Matthew 24:10, "And then many shall be offended, and many shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." Many shall be offended. Sound familiar? It's no secret that society has become ultra-sensitive, and now people get offended by every little thing. You can't even speak about ideas anymore without someone taking it the wrong way and hating you for it. People call it political correctness or cancel culture, and the Bible told us this would happen. Many shall be offended. Check. And then Jesus said in Matthew 24:11, "And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many." False prophets deceiving many. Again, this should sound very familiar to a lot of you. We have people like Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, and basically the entire NAR movement who are leading people in the wrong direction by preaching a false gospel to their millions of followers. There are hundreds of examples of this. The false gospel is being preached, and concepts like repentance and hell are being excluded from the Bible because people are too scared to talk about them. False prophets. Check. Matthew 24:12, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Iniquity, otherwise known as wickedness or sinfulness. It's running rampant in our world. Just turn on the TV and wait 5 seconds. You'll see.
Scovy for PrEP, a once-daily prescription medicine that helps lower the chances of getting HIV through sex.
Move! The subject's clothes.
It's a robot that is designed to molest children.
Another thing Jesus said in Matthew 24:14, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come." This is a curious one. The gospel of Jesus Christ shall be preached to the whole world, and then the end will come. This news story from late 2018 really hits the nail on the head for this one. This missionary was killed by an uncontacted tribe on a remote island off the coast of India in late 2018. And this island is thought to be the last place on earth, literally, where Christian missionaries have never been. He was killed preaching the gospel to literally the last place on earth where the gospel had never been preached. And think about this. What happened since then? Basically everything. Since that time, late 2018, the world has gotten exponentially worse. And it's actually quite astonishing how fast things have declined since that time. The gospel shall be preached to the entire world. Check. All these things Jesus warned about have come to pass, or are coming to pass right now. But what about the rest of the Bible? What other prophecies have been fulfilled regarding end times events? Well, the list can go on for miles, so we're just going to cover a few of them here. The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Many shall run to and fro. According to the FAA, over 1 million people fly every single day. On top of that, there's an estimated 1.4 billion cars on the road globally, with more being added every single day. There can be no mistaking it. Our generation has more people going to and fro than any other point in history. Many shall run to and fro. Check. And knowledge shall be increased. This one is no mystery. With the advent of internet, smartphones, and technology, more people have access to the collective knowledge of all of humanity combined than ever before. Approximately 4.57 billion people in the world have access to the internet. Compare that with the 300 million that were alive during Jesus' time, and there could be no mistaking it. Knowledge has increased to levels that would be considered impossible by the people living in biblical times. Knowledge shall be increased.
Yes, indeed, knowledge has increased, but how many people are actually paying attention and listening? Maybe not enough. But thank you so much for tuning into this. If you agree, please like and share. Get the word out there and help people to see.